Welcome everybody. Today I'm going to do a reading on the energy between you and your person. Now, a lot of you are not seeing this person at the moment or have nothing to do with them, but your energy is still there. And you're finding it very hard to forget about this person, even though you're not really that interested. I can sense that a lot of you are really focusing on your own self and a lot of your spirituality and your paths and just really elevating. However, I still got to pick up the energy and just read it out to you. So I'll just go along with your person's energy. This person's still very obsessed with you, but they're not doing anything to do with communicating with you or anything like that. And if you're in this kind of relationship or remotely together, this person is quite possessive. They would like to have control over you. They're currently going through some legal issues, possibly to do with a third party or maybe a relationship. I think a lot of you can sense that there may be a previous relationship that's going on. So that's still on the background, and that's maybe possibly why you may not have heard back from them. They're trying to get back, manifest ways to get back to you and have a reunion. But you sent out from previous reading that I gave you this message. You sent out a message of ultimatum energetically. And you're kind of on the out as well. Both of you are conflicted with the choices. Like, this person's conflicted with whether they need to come clean with you. They haven't been really honest with you. And this person's message is that their life is a mess. There has been all promises and very little delivery. And this person is very confusing and deliberately sending out mixed messages to you. It leaves you wondering at all times what's happening. And energetically, this person's been doing that to other people. They just find it very hard to come clean and be honest with anyone. So all throughout their lives, it's from their childhood traumas that they're going through loads of deception. So they're now feeling the aftermath at the moment. I'm just going to get rid of this to be able to see for you. Okay, so they're feeling the karma very heavily on them. So they can't sleep. They're not able to think straight. They're spending a lot of time by themselves because the people around them, they're not really getting on with them anymore. Part of me knows that, or can sense that, the energy is very up and down. They're trying to work on their spiritual self, but they really don't trust themselves at all. Their relationship with their parents, especially the mother, hasn't been very, very good, this person. And they're wondering what you're up to. They quite often sit there and at night contemplating on what you're getting up to. But this person's got like third party issues as well. They're trying to break up with the third party, but the third party is really giving them a hard time. There's possibly something to do with financials that's tied in with this person. So that's why they have not been really upfront with you. They think that if they're going to be upfront with you, you're going to completely shut them out. So they've been trying to communicate with you via telepathy and dreams, and they know that during the night time they can concentrate and there's no distractions. This person seems to think that they're going to be ready to open up with you. However, I'm not sure whether you are ready for it. So energetically, even say for instance, if you already blocked this person in social media or physically, and even if they can get through to you, something's blocking them from getting through to you. So this may be a spiritual, and in my previous reading under divine intervention, Spirit is trying to block this connection because you've done enough. I've done also previous readings on that both of you have a mission together and a contract, a spiritual contract, but this person's broken the contract and they haven't done the work with you. So you've decided to move on and you are actively working on your spiritual path. And this person is just sitting on the background, just doing nothing. And they're just thinking over and over again over nothing. They've not achieved anything, and as time goes by, they're getting more and more anxious because they know that time's running out with you. And they can sense that your energy is on the out with them. So they're feeling very remorseful, and they know that they've got to do something about it. See, they know that time is running out and to make that confession. But you already know what they're going to say, but you were just, all this time you've just been waiting for them to say something, but they're not. So it leaves you no choice but to leave this situation. Indecisiveness and has options. So this person has options. We're feeling very, very regretful. You can feel the energy. You have a very, very deep connection spiritually, and this is most likely to be a past life connection. And that's why, even though possibly if you haven't even been in a relationship or is supposed to be connecting and you haven't connected yet as a couple, you're feeling the aftermath of the last karmic connection in past life. So this person's life feels like it's a complete F-up position, and there's a total energetic discord between you and this person. This person really wants you but can't have you. Spirit's not allowing it. It's just totally different energies and frequency. It's not going to work. This person's got family issues and they know that they've blown it with you. Indecisiveness comes up again, and if they've been spying on you, but you're already cutting out all the social media platforms with the information, so there's not really much they can get out of anyway. Person's crying over your absence. Things just got out of hand. Okay, so I'm going to just have a look at the rest of the other steps. So this person's still very triggered. It's been lying to themselves and to others. Feeling very overwhelmed. As I said earlier, the relationship really never got off the ground or properly. This person just all they do is just keep repeating the same mistakes. And they're very annoyed with themselves. You, on the other hand, has gone way beyond upset with this person. And that was like possibly months ago that you got over it as you were cleaning out and decluttering your life. But now this person's feeling the aftermath, as I said. So they're saying, I'm feeling very conflicted, and they're wanting you to reach out. Why are you not reaching out to me? Feeling very angry, very heartbroken, and dealing with consequences. So the karma is really playing out intensely. They're feeling very withdrawn. They're not really socially active at the moment, and crying out for help but not saying anything to anyone. They're just saying it amongst themselves in their head. So they've got codependency issues, and their life is feeling very stagnant. Nothing's happening. They want to do something. It's like a hamster wheel they're stuck in. They just keep riding on it, and it's going nowhere. They've got trust issues with the people around them, and so have you with this person. You just don't trust them. And very stressed out. This is the feeling I'm getting. So whilst you are separated, something's happened, and this person's been betrayed. So they not only betrayed you at first by not being honest with you and having lots of third parties connections, or not connections, issues more like it. They are betrayed by the third party. There's something that's tied to the financial with the other third party, and something else has happened. I can sense that maybe a third party has betrayed this person. So, and they're asking in their head to you, when they're sending out this energetic message to you, is, can we work this out? And here you are energetically saying no. You have not indicated anything. You've completely blocked out this energy towards them, but you can sense that they keep coming back. It's like a computer message. It's like you just keep sending it and it gets bounced back. They know that you know that there's something going on with them. A lot of this relationship with this person, and possibly with you and others, have been based on trauma bonding. So someone's being disrespectful, and I can sense that it's not only the third party towards this person, but obviously it's been with you as well. Now, when you first met this person, you were blindsided and distracted, but you have gone through so much clearing out, you're no longer in that state. As I've mentioned to you in previous readings, you have really gone a long way to work on yourself, and the universe is rewarding you. So this reading just then, just based on this person's reading, I haven't even gone to your side yet, and the energy is going to be a lot better. So I'll just finish off a few more. This person's been very immature and egotistic. However, I can sense that they're finally waking up, but it's been a real shock. It's like all of a sudden there has been an earth shaking them up, and they're going, what the hell is happening? It's like a tsunami that's just gone over their complete body, and they just don't know what to do, and they're sinking, and they're trying to get up above the water. So this person's feeling very abandoned, agitated, as I mentioned before, and angry. Definitely out of alignment. They really need psychological help. They're in a really unhealthy mental state. Their relationships were built on faulty grounds and foundations to start off with. It all were based on very superficial, flirty connections. And you knew that since not long after you met this person. So you kind of like didn't really take them seriously, but you were hoping that they would change, which they are now, but I'm not sure whether you think it's too late. This person's a very smooth talker. They have been a player all throughout their lives, as in since they started dating and having relationships, but they were all based on very superficial grounds. Now they're feeling very drained out. There's no energy with this person. They're not sleeping well, and they're not certainly thinking straight. Their job might be on the line too, something to do with financials, and they're very, very stressed out. This is to do with likely to be their business, so they may not even have a proper place to stay in. They may be just kind of like sleeping on temporary at somebody's house, family. So this is not good. As I mentioned to you before, your energy is really, the best it's ever been, but since you've kind of worked, well, not kind of, you have fully worked on yourself and focusing on yourself. You've culled out a lot of people. You've spent a lot of time just working out who stays with you and who goes, and you're doing a really good job. So you're done with them, but they keep coming back energetically, and I've said that before. They know that you're the one who got away. You're looking at things now from a logical point of view, and you don't react anymore. And previously I mentioned that a lot of things that used to bother you a lot now is like water off a duck's back. You really know how to deal with things properly. Your energy was draining you dealing with these people, and especially with this person. And you had sort of unfriended, deleted, and moved on with lots of people. And you're kind of doing that with this person. So sometimes even if you haven't really deleted that person, energetically you have really zoned out and you've left the building. This person was stringing you along because they're all talk and no promises and no delivery. They're so used to saying things and they know that they're not going to do it. But they're just trying their luck with certain people, and they got away with lots of people. But when they met you, they're so shocked that you're different. You do not take their BS, and you have really shocked them because everything that you do is so different to everybody else. So now you know nothing you do bother me. So that's what you're saying to this person, energetically, of course. You're a very independent person. You've released this person. If you haven't, it's because this person's hanging on to you energetically. and the reason why you've been thinking about them. It's not because you want them back. You've got quite a lot of good news coming, and it's been like that for a little while now, since you've really had a good talk to yourself and did some work. You're restoring your balance. For a long time, your life was really bad because lots of people were taking advantage of you. You have allowed it to happen, and you had no way of knowing or could tell who's good for you or not, because your character is very kind, and you think that you're very giving, so you think that everyone's going to be treating you the same. But no, it didn't turn out that way. So you've been closing out a chapter with certain people. So every single person, you've had to close out chapters with them, depending on what your issue is with each person, and especially with this person. So I'll just read a little bit more. You cannot afford to take this person back. Well, not for now, until this person's done the work and prove it to you. So right now, they're too even scared to talk to you because it's too frightening to deal with this darkness when you've got so much light. As I mentioned in many readings to do with either a connection or relationship, your energy is so much more different to the other person. It's not gonna go well. Until your energy is matching, nothing's going to be working out really well. So you're really done with them, but they keep coming back energetically. Oh, sorry. That was the card I read before. So, you know you have healed when things don't trigger you anymore. You're really chilled out. You're right about them from day one. Your intuition tells you so many things. Be proud of what you have accomplished, because you're very abundant now. The ball's in your court with certain people, but you know exactly what to do. You already got the answers. You're done. Okay, that's it. Abandoning this connection, as I said. No longer desiring this. But letting you know that this betrayal was a blessing in disguise. You've got a lot of self-love. You have already let a lot of toxic people go, personal people go, because you've been doing all that work. And in many of the previous reading, but I'm just reiterating this, you're finding closure. It's like you've come to the realization that you've got to clean the house and foundations with every single thing in your life from each person. It's not just one person, but every aspect of your life. So you're doing that now. The ships are coming in. You're very peaceful nowadays. Making better choices. They lost everything when they lost you. You're breaking the chains with everything around you. And as I said, like, you have found closure, but with a lot of acceptance and moving on. You're forgiving every single person that has done you wrong in your life. You've dropped the ball with certain people. So you made that decision. In the past, you were very unsure, you're very confused about everyone, and you just kept thinking, oh, if I just help this person and I, you know, cater to them, things will work out. They'll learn, or I'll be able to help them. But no, you're now realizing that you can't help them. They have to go through the lessons themselves. So that's what you're doing. So you're now doing your own work. People were keeping you confused and keeping you stuck, but you know things that will turn out a lot better because you're very clear. The people that you were hanging around with had no purpose in life. And even if they did, it was very superficial. There was nothing deep about it. This person was very bored in their life. Now you have options. You know that you can have a lot of exciting and positive options. That's really good. Very respectful. A lot of people respect you now. You're putting in the work. You are very content. Because you're working with spirits now. You've closed out the old and opening up a new avenue. A lot of people gave you so many excuses, and now you don't even need to listen to them. You just know what to do. You know if they're good for you or not. Sorry, I had to just exit out of it. I just had to clear up all the cards. I've decided to just draw a few other oracle cards on the energy for you. So you've got a lot of ancestral wisdom, and you're being backed up by your ancestors. Because you've got so much karmic debts that you need to clear out for your ancestors, you've been chosen to do this spiritual work to clear them out. You're balancing it really well. And every now and then you need some direction. I think I pulled out this card before. But the spirit guide is actually helping you as you go along. You're being protected. You've got some sacred contracts that you need to fulfill in this lifetime. It's unfortunate that the person that you're with did not fulfill that. But that's not to say that this person might not come back. It just depends on how much work they're doing. So you're now getting back to working in integrity. And as I said, as we said, there may be a possibility for union. But it all depends on what work that this person's doing. I'll pull out some tarot cards. This card, Knight of Cups. There's a possible romantic proposal and somebody sweeping you off your feet. Now, if that hasn't happened yet, this may come up. If not with this person, there might be a new romantic encounter that you're with. You're definitely going through new beginnings. So Ace of Wands is with new beginnings. You're doing a lot of creativity work and definitely spiritual. So the Star is a really good card. And it shows that it's one of the best cards on the decks. So with this person, they're still feeling very trapped and isolated. I can't sense this energy. with you. And this person's going through tower moments now. And that's why you are separated, because it's just totally different energies and you have to feel apart to feel that. So there's a battle going on with this person and they're feeling very fatigued. There's a lot of lack of energy with this person. Tower moments again. I've got double cards, so if it's a double card both showing the tower moment, this person's really feeling the thick of it. They can't move on at the moment. It's the death in reverse. In the meantime, you've got a lot of strength. But this person's gone through a lot of backstabbing and betrayal, and their life is absolutely really not good at all. They can't really cope. So lately it's been like every morning they wake up and they just don't want to even get out of bed. As I said, they possibly don't have a job. And they've got to take some steps to go within, talk to the spirit and ask for divine help. Because if they don't, they're going to be working directly with the evil spirits, and that energy is going to absolutely annihilate them. And they won't even be able to get out. So at the moment, they're looking at you to see if you can help energetically. But Spirit has separated you for this particular purpose. It's not up to you to help. You've done enough in the past with certain people and even with family members. It's time now that you do something for yourself, and you have to be the leader. And that's why Spirit is helping you and protecting you as you're going along. You would have noticed that life for you has been improving a lot, and there's people that you're working with that are protecting you. So the whole energy has completely changed. If you have noticed in the last at least 6 months, it started to change. And when you met this person, you had the choice to stay with this person and continue, or move on to your spiritual path. You did feel very lonely looking at the spiritual path because you were moving out of like friendships and leaving them behind. So you felt very lonely, but you took a risk and you worked with the divine, and now things are paying off for you. So well done. If you like this reading, please like, subscribe, and know that this is a community that is able to help you. If you'd like to give me some feedback, I welcome that as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again.